Right guys, how's it going and welcome back to your football predictions, the series where you guys go up against me to see who can get the most correct scores from the weekend's football. So I'm sorry this video is up a little bit late. I've had a busy day and I know the Champions League will be on very shortly and it'll be on when I'm editing this video. So hopefully you guys still get a chance to watch it either at half time or after the game. But those are my predictions from last week. It keeps getting worse. It keeps getting worse. I got 0 correct scores. No correct outcomes either. So I went 1-1 in the Fulham-Southampton game and Fulham won that one 3-2. I backed Chelsea in the Spurs-Chelsea game and Spurs won 3-1. I went 2-2 in the Bournemouth-Arsenal and Arsenal won that game. And then I was happy to get this one wrong. Burnley-Newcastle, I went 1-1 and Newcastle won 2-1. So, again, I was terrible, but loads of you guys got involved, so thank you for everyone who commented on the last video. A handful of people got 2 correct scores. They were D-Dub, Ben, PD, Proudlock, James and Gary, so well done to you guys, but the official winner this week is Nick. He got 2 correct scores, but he also got a correct outcome, and the other guys didn't. So I've put his YouTube link down in the description, and I have subscribed to him, so make sure you guys do as well. And if you want to be shouted out in, well, this is another thing because there's midweek football next week, so if you want to see a prediction video this Sunday, drop a like on this video, ready for the games Tuesday and Wednesday. And if you want to get shouted out in that video, get your predictions in down below. I've picked 4 games as always, and we'll go through them now. So there is a game on the Friday night this week. It is Cardiff versus Wolves, but just to give you guys the extra day to get your predictions in, I'm going to go straight on to the Saturday. And the first game I've gone for is the 3 o'clock kickoff, Newcastle taking on West Ham. Newcastle are currently sitting in 13th place, West Ham are currently sitting in 14th place, and both teams are on 12 points. It is really tight down in the bottom half at the minute. It's really tight around the Champions League area as well. And Newcastle are actually undefeated in their last 4 games and have won their last 3 games, most recently winning against Burnley on Monday night. So despite what was a really poor start of the season against some very tough teams, Newcastle have definitely pulled back some form in the last 4 games. West Ham, in their last 5, they've lost 2, which to be fair was against Man City and Spurs. They've drawn 2, which was against Leicester and Huddersfield, and then they've also beaten Burnley. I mean, their most recent game was actually their loss against Man City at the weekend, so confidence may not be overly high after losing that game, but it was against Man City. So, it's at Newcastle, it's at St James's Park, so the home advantage goes to Newcastle, and because of the recent form of Newcastle, you'd hope that they're going to put another good shift in this weekend. As for a prediction, I'm going to go 1-1. And before you say, what the hell, Rob, it's because I've predicted 1-1 in the last 3 games for Newcastle, and they've won all 3. So I'm not massively superstitious, but I'm going to stick to saying that until anything other than a win happens. Next up, we have another 3 o'clock kickoff. We have gone for the Crystal Palace versus Burnley. So Crystal Palace are sitting in 16th, Burnley are sitting in 17th. And again, they are both on the same points, both on 9 points. So it's another important game for 2 teams who at the minute are down the bottom part of the table, playing against each other. It's going to be a big 3 points for whichever team can win this one. Crystal Palace's last 5 games, they've drawn 2 and they've lost 3. Having said that, they have had some tough games. They lost against Everton, they drew against Arsenal, they lost against Chelsea and Spurs, and then drew their last game against Man U, which was a 0-0, good result. Like I said, they've had, that's a tough last 5 games for Crystal Palace there. In Burnley's last 5, they have lost 4 and drawn 1. So they lost against Man City, Chelsea, West Ham, got a draw against Leicester, and then lost against Newcastle on the Monday night. So I think I'd say of both teams' last 5 games, Crystal Palace have probably had the tougher of the fixtures there, and they've actually come off 1 point better off than Burnley have in the last 5 games. Crystal Palace have got the home advantage. I think they'll be much happier after their draw away to Man U at the weekend than Burnley will be after their loss at home against Newcastle on Monday. So, I think I'm going to back Crystal Palace 2-1. I think it'll be a tough game. I think it could potentially go either way. Both teams need the points right now, but yeah, I'm going to go Crystal Palace. Next up on the Sunday at 2:05, we have got Arsenal taking on Spurs. So Arsenal currently sitting in 5th, Spurs sitting in 3rd. Arsenal are currently 3 points behind Spurs. In Arsenal's last 5 games, they've won 2 and drawn 3, winning their most recent game against Bournemouth at the weekend. And they are 3 points behind Spurs, but they are 1 point behind Chelsea and that Champions League spot, top 4. So it's one of them, you know, at the end of the season, it's really going to come down to who those teams beat against each other, if you know what I mean. So it's an important game for both teams. Obviously, Spurs are currently sitting in the Champions League spot. Arsenal are definitely going to be wanting to push into that. And beating Spurs this weekend could just do that. In Tottenham's last 5 games, they have won 4 and lost 1, which was against Man City. And then obviously in their most recent game, they beat Chelsea at the weekend, which again was a massive win. Like I said, you want to be beating the teams around you, sitting in a top 4 spot at the minute. Playing Arsenal this weekend, it'll be another massive win if they could beat Arsenal. So yeah, it's a big game for both teams, not to mention it's London derby obviously as well. So I've bottled it a little bit on my bit of paper. I've put 2-2. I'm hoping for a lot of goals. It's tough to pick a winner. Obviously Arsenal have the home advantage. Spurs going over there. Yes, they will be very happy after their win against Chelsea, and they're going to want to do it again. I think Arsenal's going to be a tough one. 2-2, I don't know. Let me know what you think down below. And to finish things off again on the Sunday, but at 4:15, we have the Merseyside derby. So Liverpool taking on Everton. Like I said, Liverpool currently sitting in 2nd place, Everton sitting in 6th place, and there is an 11-point gap between these two at the minute. So between 2nd and 6th, we've got an 11-point gap. Everton are 6 points behind Chelsea in that Champions League spot. So 2 games of Champions League currently, if you look at it like that. But winning against Liverpool this weekend would be a big step in the right direction if they want to try and clinch a Champions League spot this season. Liverpool, in their last 5 games, they have won 4 and drawn 1, which was against Arsenal, and they've most recently beat Watford at the weekend. I mentioned Everton being 6 points behind a Champions League spot. Liverpool are currently 2 points off Man City, so 2 points off the top spot. So as much as it's going to mean to Everton to try and get up that table a few more places, it's going to mean just as much to Liverpool this weekend to beat the rivals and potentially go top, depending on what happens in the Man City game this weekend. Everton, in their last 5, they have won 3, drawn 1 and lost 1, most recently beating Cardiff at the weekend. So both teams coming off a win at the weekend. I mean, it's a derby. Anything can happen. I'm hoping for a lot of goals. I mean, the last time these guys played each other was in April this year, and it was 0-0. But this weekend, I'm hoping for plenty of goals, and I've gone 3-2 Liverpool. I mean, in a derby, anything can happen, but I think I'd edge it Liverpool's way. They're at home. Either way, I'm hoping for a lot of goals in this game, but I'm going to back Liverpool. And that's it, guys. So I hope you have enjoyed the video. Those are my predictions up there, so make sure to get yours down in the comments below. I go through all of them before the first game at the weekend kicks off, which is Saturday at 3 o'clock. So you've got tonight, all of tomorrow, all of Friday, and Saturday morning to get your predictions in. Again, sorry this video is up a bit late tonight, but if you do want to see some midweek predictions for next week, drop a like on this video and I'll do something for the Sunday night ready for the midweek games. But yeah, as always, thank you for watching. Drop a like, subscribe if you are new and want to see more prediction videos. And yeah, thanks for watching. I'll catch you later.